Hi Zoe, hi guys. I've popped on today to show you my travel journal. I started this when I was 18 years old and it has everywhere that I've been abroad. I'm gonna make another video to update my planner, but I'm just waiting for my husband to fix the printer so I can put some pictures in there for you. Okay, so we start with this one. So this is Travel Notes planner. I got this on Amazon. You can still buy this now. It's a really nice journal. Okay. It has in it has like this flip out map that I may do something with. Maybe colour in where I've been. Double sided. And it's got some like heading pages. I've stuck some stickers on that one, jazz it up a bit, and you can fill out like information like if you want to, and then I put a list of everywhere I've been, but I won't show you that, spoiler alert. Right. Okay, flipping through, get to where I've actually got something. Right, okay, so first place I ever went abroad was Malta, and I went when I was 18 years old. My mother-in-law got made redundant from the RAC, so she had some money, so she took us all here on half-board basis, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I'd never been abroad and just thought Malta was so cool, since I've been to a lot more places and it's alright. So I do bullet points because, as you know, I don't like to write very much. So I've just made sort of like key notes that prompt me to what I remember about the holiday. So I've got like the first one's like hot pants. Yeah, that might seem funny. Tell you a little story. I had these leopard skin hot pants. Yes, I know, it was the 90s, you were allowed. And I was 18, so I was slimmer and had a nice bum. And we got on the bus and we went to like this little craft village and had a look around, and when it was time to come back, there we couldn't find the bus or where you get the bus. So we thought we'll walk along the road a bit and see if we can find a bus stop or any buses coming past that we could wave down. And of course I was in these leopard skin hot pants and a vest top and was drawing quite a lot of attention from the car passers-by, which Jared, who was my boyfriend then, not my husband, was getting quite annoyed at, because literally they were just shouting things out the window and beeping horns, and it was just horrendous. I was like really embarrassed. So that's why I've pinpointed hot pants, because you've got to pinpoint the good and bad of your holidays. Strawberry sweets. Jared loves these strawberry sweets. They're sort of like a jelly type sweet, and they sold them there and they're really cheap for big bags. And there was a cafe called Big Bum Cafe. The cats, because there was like lots of feral cats, and we wasn't used to cats, just like thousands of them just running around. Stinky Brad, that was Jared. He had this like olive oil, olive bread, and it was really stinky, but it was even worse when he started to sweat, because it just sort of came out of his skin and it was really pongy. I forbid him to ever eat anything like that again because it was horrendous. Crazy Golf. There's a little Crazy Golf thing in the hotel. Cactus alcohol. Well, we had to buy some of that, didn't we? The mad buses. Like, the buses in Malta are like from the war. I don't know if they've changed them now, but when we went they were like so old and held together with duct tape, and like some of the chairs wasn't even bolted to the floor, so and the drivers just drive mental. They're just all over the place and they don't know if they want to be on the left or the right or the middle, so it was scary. But there's the mad buses. And then Cuthbert Little Teddy and Bracken Big Teddy. Well, I bought this little teddy and he was really cute, And then I saw like this massive teddy, and I mean he was huge. He was like the size of a 3-year-old child, and of course you had to buy him. Then this was before all the rules of airlines, where you're not allowed to take things, especially big teddy bears. And I was kind of worried that I might have to buy him an air seat because he was really big, but I managed to crush him under my seat. Poor Bracken. At the craft village that I talked about, Bejiba, which was around the corner from us because we were in Ara, which I put a little postcard there, Ara, and this was our hotel. Probably should have said that first. And then, Hornsby Holidays. We saw a coach, and of course my married name is Hornsby, and so Jared was chuffed with that one. And then Tristan, who's Jared's little brother, nearly drowned in the swimming pool. Well, not really, but he was being a really naughty child the whole time. I think he was about 10 then, and he was a nightmare he was just playing my mother-in-law up horribly. And we were in the swimming pool and there was no shallow end, so he was sort of clinging on to the ladder, and he just sort of slipped and went under. And I know this is terrible, really, really terrible, but for a split second, don't worry, I didn't leave him there. Split second, I did think, because he was being such a monster, shall I bother? But I was good. Dragged him back out, saved him, all good. So, and I've just sort of kept the pictures of me, because I'm sure you'll work out what I look like, so I might as well just keep them. Save me, and there we go. And a little phone card that phoned me mum and dad from. Right. And my next holiday, this was mine and Jared's first holiday abroad together. And this was Neha in the Costa del Sol. And see, November 98. And things to remember on this one. Well, it was November, and although it's quite warm, the pool was really freezing cold. Jigsaw puzzle. There wasn't much to do in the evenings because we were in one of these little villas up here and there wasn't really much about. So we bought one of those 3D jigsaw puzzles as a present for Tristan, but we decided to do it. And then there was an English pub called Las Amigos, and more cats. God, they're everywhere. And what's this one? Oh yeah, we sort of lived on these cheese crisp rolls and apple juice the whole time. And then there was lots of bougainvillea. I don't know if I spelled that right, but that plant, bougainvillea. Okay, and then my next holiday was to San Francisco because my family lived there. May 99. And I stayed with my auntie Tina, and this was the first long haul holiday I've ever done, and it was fantastic. It was just absolute eye-opener. So there you can see there's me. Oh, the big shiny light on me. Let me try and adjust that. Yeah. Me, Golden Gate Bridge. Ooh. And things to remember. Oh yeah, there's some pictures of Sacramento there, because that's where my auntie Tina lives. See if I can get the glaring spotlight to disappear. Nope, I'll sort of juggle it about. And postcard of Reno, and I've got like just a little flyer of Hometown Buffet. Because this was fantastic. In England, we never had anywhere that's all you can eat. I know all these Americans watching, and there's like pretty much there's all you can eat on every corner, isn't there? But we didn't have it, and they took me to this. Oh my God, all you can eat and every type of food. It was just like wow, spoilt. And things to remember, well, Starbucks latte. My first Starbucks latte. That is really hard to believe because I've had about 1 billion now. Hershey's Chocolate Factory. The snow, when we drove from Sacramento to Reno, you had to go across the mountains, and it was so hot in Sacramento and so hot in Reno, but there was snow on the mountains. I know that sounds dumb, but it was a bit, wow, snow. And then Practical Magic, I watched with my cousin Candy, Practical Magic, the film, and I love it. It's my favourite film ever now. Baby Lily, that's my cousin's little daughter. Olive Garden, I went to Olive Garden. Nice Pants. I had these really colourful trousers, really colourful, and everywhere I went, they go, nice pants, and I'm like, sorry, I can't do an American accent, nice pants, and I'm like, what? My underwear isn't showing. But of course, pants in America is trousers. And I just find it really amusing. And then, oh yeah, All You Can Eat, which I've obviously covered. And then, what's that? Oh, Santa. We went to like a pizza place. I thought that was really good as well. It's like they make your pizza there and then you can take it home and cook it, and it was enormous pizzas. Well, while we were waiting for them to put the pizza together, I sat next to this bloke who looked identical to Santa. Got talking to him, and he said, I don't know how true this is, he said he was the Harrods Santa, and they fly him over every year to do it. I'm not sure that was true, but he really, really did look like Santa Claus. Jelly Bean Factory, unicorn, they bought me, I was really into unicorns then, bought me a little unicorn statue. Roller coaster, we went to Six Flags, and I went on the roller coaster. I will never go on a roller coaster again. Before we got on, my boy cousin said to me, do you scream? And I was like, I don't know, never been on a roller coaster. And he goes, I don't scream. I was like, okay. So we got on the roller coaster, and they click this thing down that goes sort of over you and between your legs. But they're adjustable, and a little man or a little woman is meant to come round and adjust it to your size, and I was little then, so quite slim, and the person before me was probably of a larger nature, and they hadn't adjusted it to my size, so I couldn't go anywhere because obviously it's clicked between your legs, so you would have to get your leg through to fall out, but and there was like a little seatbelt around me as well. But once we got to the top and then we started going down, the big bit that's over you just shot forwards. I mean, I was absolutely terrified because now I just had like this little seatbelt around me. It's still the big plasticky one is between my legs, but it's quite far forwards now. My boy cousin turns round to me, sees that this is like the plastic thing has disappeared away from me, and is screaming and screaming. I can't even scream. I'm so scared I can't scream. Phew. I was glad to get off of that roller coaster. And what's the last one? Oh, shower scrunchies. My Auntie Tina bought me shower scrunchie, which might not seem very exciting, but I'd never seen a shower scrunchie before, so it's like, wow. So naive. Okay, and then I went to Crete, and this was in October '99, and we stayed in Rhethymnon, and this was with Jared, Anita and Tristan. I did a lot of holidays with them at that time because I lived with my mother-in-law before we got married, or my mother-in-law to be really, and the things to remember on this was a Blue Lagoon cocktail. That was my first one of those. First try of lobster. Oh, I love seafood. Oh, the sunsets. The sunsets were amazing. So pretty. Green Song. Yeah. Around the pool was a lady, and she was wearing a lime green Song bikini, which is quite horrible in itself, but the fact that she hadn't shaved downstairs was quite more horrible. It slightly reminded me of Coco the Clown because there was tufts of hair sticking out of either side. Yeah, it's an image that will haunt me for the rest of my life, but also amused us greatly. And a white panther, which I got this like white panther sort of ornament, like a really big one there. So that is Crete. Then on my 21st birthday I went to Tunisia with Jared, and things to remember about Tunisia is shower in the loo. Yes, there's I suppose it's their form of a bidet. They have like a shower hose when you go to the toilet, no toilet paper. So, bear with me one sec. Sorry about that, my husband came in and distracted me. So where were we? Yeah, the shower hose in the loo. And then from there we got Nike jumpers. I don't know if they are real Nike jumpers because I think they have a lot of rip-off stuff in Tunisia, but they were cheap and we bartered for them, which we were both quite scared about bartering, but we did it. And then being ill, I was really poorly on this one. It was a shame because my 21st birthday, but I think I had like the flu or something, and I just wasn't very well the whole time. But because you got a holiday booked, you just sort of get on with it, don't you? And then oranges on the tables. There was huge oranges on like the cafe and restaurant tables. They were like the size of melons, and that I've never seen oranges that big. And then they had like a telly room, and all they had on all the time was German MTV, and actually, because it was on all the time, they kept playing the same sort of songs over time, and actually some of those songs are my favourite songs now because I listened to them so many times while we were in Tunisia. Eggs, we had. We were on half board basis, and literally every meal was eggs. They like their eggs in Tunisia. Pizza flavoured crisps. There was a funny zoo. We paid to go to this little zoo. I think it was in Porto Alcantara, and it was really odd. We went in, and it consisted of a turkey, some rabbits, some sort of falcon, maybe a little peregrine falcon, I think it probably was. Lots of plants, and I think that was about it. It was a very odd little zoo. Mini glass animals. I bought, well, that explains it. These little glass animals, like a box of them, and they had like a little giraffe and a little elephant. I've still got them upstairs somewhere. We walked to Sousse from where we were, which was all the way along the beach. And then Porto Alcantara, which was ever such a pretty harbour town. It's very, very nice there. And the water fountains, they had dancing water fountains that danced to opera. And then the songs that I remember from the German MTV is Last December, I'm not going to sing it for you, and Discovery Channel. I can't remember who they're by, but at the moment they're playing through my head, but I'm still not going to sing them to you. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I've got loads more to do, and I think we're just over 15 minutes now. And I will catch you up on this one in another video. Okay, bye!